Hi, my name is Naim. I'm 17 and I'm from Newark, New Jersey. I am an only child. I live with my mom, Elizabeth, and I like to think that my best friends and their parents are also my parents, and my brothers and sisters, so I guess that kind of counts in a way. When I was first born, I'm half Bengali, so my family was Muslim, but I never really got into it, never really cared for it. Around the age of 3, I was getting babysat when I was in preschool. So after school I would go with who's my now godmother, and if I would ever go with her on Sunday I would go to church with her. And I loved it. Like, I actually got involved in it, and after me and my mom moved out from that family, we started going to church with her, and I really enjoyed it. I would sing with them, I would worship with them, and it was always a great feeling. After a few years, my mom moved to the military. So it was a bit harder to go on Sundays because she was always working and she usually had the car. So I kind of got disconnected for a while, and then we moved to Newark, I want to say 2 years after she joined. And we actually head back to the same church in New York that we used to go to. It kind of became a financial thing to keep going back and forth. So I would say for a good another 7 years that I stopped going, but I still always had that love for Christ. And about 2 years ago, when I was 15, I decided to go over to Rosie's house, my best friend, and she invited me to youth group with Kalechi and Katie. And when I went, I was like, oh, this is amazing, I love this, I'm gonna go every week. And I think about 2 weeks after that, I decided to sleep over her house one Saturday, and she told me the only thing was I had to go to church, and I was like, well, I don't have a problem with that. So I went, I walked in, I was like, I had all my good shirts on and the good pants, and everything was washed. My hair was all nice and whatnot. And I walk in, I'm like, oh, everyone's kind of just, here, cool, just hanging around, worshiping in the cool ways. And I was like, oh, I can get down with this. This is amazing. And so Skyline kind of just became like a place where I could feel myself while still worshiping, and I love that. When I first came to Skyline, I would say the band was the first thing that I really noticed. Definitely felt Cohen playing his guitar. I could have related to that. I was like, oh, I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna like this a lot. And the songs were great. I immediately got into it, and I would say that's what generally just opened me up to coming to Skyline as a regular. I would say that moment came when I was watching my first baptism. Joshua Medina was in it. He's also like my brother, and during his baptism and during the singing, I was really I was feeling something that I really hadn't felt, and so it was amazing. And after that, when the band started playing again, I started tearing up, and I was like, I love this, I need this. So I would say that's about the moment I accepted Jesus into my heart. And also during missions trip last year to South Dakota, that was a huge eye-opener, and I would say after that, that's when I really wanted to get baptized. My life is actually a lot simpler now. I've stopped worrying about the small little things that I could never really control, and I just know that I have someone who's always by my side no matter what, and it's a really great feeling to know that even though if you mess up, there's always someone who's going to be with you. You just pick yourself back up and you just keep going, and that's just a great feeling, especially now I'm graduating and things are getting a little crazy and chaotic, but I know I'll always have Jesus by my side. Something I would like everyone to know is that you're never alone when you've accepted Christ into your heart, and no matter how big your problems may seem, they're never really that big. Not when you have someone like Jesus by your side, and life just gets a lot easier when you accept him into your heart.